Hello everyone, I am Pratishtha and I had decided to post knowledgeable videos on YouTube which will be interesting and enjoyable also. Today we will start with a poem which name is The Spider and the Fly. The name is interesting. As the name is interesting, the poem is also very interesting and it is teaching a great lesson to us. First, we will know some knowledge, get some knowledge about the poet of the poem. This poem is written by Mary Howitt, which born on 12 March 1799 and lived till 30 January 1888. She was an English love poet and author of the famous poet The Spider and the Fly. Mary was educated at home and read widely. She commenced writing verses at a very early age. On 16 April 1821, she was married to William Howitt and began a career of joint authorship with her husband. Together with her husband, she wrote over 180 books. The life of Mary Howitt was completely bound up with that of her husband. She was separated from him only during the period of his Australian journey, which was from 1851 to 1854. Moving to Ayrshire in 1837, she commenced writing her well-known tales for children, a long series of books which met with a great success. Mary had a keen observation, an eye for detail, and a wit that made her poems delightful. Wow, it's interesting. Now we will do pre-reading task. First question for you all are: give me the meaning of letter. You can take help of your dictionaries or you can search on Google. I am giving you some time and think of the meaning of letter and you can search, as I told earlier, you can search on Google or search in your dictionaries. You can comment your answer in the comment section. You can write your answer in the comment section. I think you all had think or searched it. According to me, its meaning is false praise. Its meaning can be more, but in this poem and according to me also, that's meaning is false praise. And second one, have you ever flattered anyone? Why did you do that? What was its effect on the listener? It is your question and it is of your point of view, or it is of your it is the question to you and it is question for you. I mean that you can answer it in the comment section. It's your choice. I don't think that I had flattered anyone. So the third question is: imagine that you have two friends. One keeps on praising you endlessly, tells you how intelligent, beautiful, and clever you are. The other often points out your mistakes and asks you to improve. Which of the two friends would you like trust more and why? You can answer, as earlier I told, you can answer in the comment section. You can think of it. I am giving you some time. You can think of it. I think you had get the answer, and this is your choice that you want which one, you trust which one. According to me and at the point of me, I will trust on the person which often point out my mistakes, as I think that she cares me. She wants me best. She wants me perfect. And so she point out my mistakes. Now we will read the poem. Are you all ready? I think you all are ready. Now we will start. You can also read by I had clicked a pic which is on your screen. Now we will start. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. "'Tis the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair, and I have many pretty things to show when you are there." "Oh, no, no," said the little fly. "To ask me in is vain, for who goes up a winding stair can never come down again. I am sure you must be very dear, with the soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed?" said the spider to the fly. "There are pretty curtains drawn around the sheets, are fine and thin, and if you like to rest a while, I will snugly tuck you in." "Oh, no, no," said the little fly, "for I have often heard it said, they never wake again who slept upon your bed." Said the cunning spider to the fly, "Dear friend, what shall I do to prove the warm affection I have always felt for you? I have within my pantry a good store of all that's nice. I am sure you are very welcome. You will please to take a slice." "Oh, no, no," the little fly said. "Kind sir, that cannot be. I have heard what's in your pantry, and I do not wish to see." "Sweet creature," said the spider, "you are witty and you are wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings, how brilliant are your eyes. I have a little looking glass upon my parlor shelf. If you will step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself." "I thank you, gentle sir," she said, "for what you are pleased to say, and bidding you good morning, now I will call another day." The spider turned him round about and went into his den, for well he knew that silly fly would soon be back again. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner sly, and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. Then he came out to his door again, and merrily did sing, "Your robes are green and purple, there's a crest upon your head. Alas, your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as that. Alas, alas." How very soon this silly little fly, hearing his very flattering words, came slowly flitting by. With buzzing wings she hung aloft, then near and near drew, thinking only of her brilliant eyes and green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing! At last up jumped the cunning spider and fiercely held her fast. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den within his little parlor, but she never come out again. And now, dear little children, who may this story read, to idle, silly, flattering words I pray you never give heed. Unto an evil counselor close heart and ear and eye, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. Now, my friends, I will tell you some words which were in the poem and their meanings, by which you can understand the poem. The words are spy, which mean to see; vain, which mean useless, of, futile. Next is weary, tired. Next, soaring, rise or fly high. Snugly, cozy or close fitting. parlor, a drawing room, cunning, sneaking, sly, crafty, witty, amusing, humorous, clever, gauzy, thin, delicate, looking glass, mirror, behold, to see or observe, subtle, sight or delicate, robe, loose outer garment, crest, a growth of skin on a bird or animal's head, a lot up in the air, hue, color, flattering, false praise, idle, lazy, heed, listen to or pay attention, evil, wicked, counselor, someone who guides or gives advice, fiercely, violently, dismal, dark. Now I will tell the summary of the poem. You can make your own summary on the behalf of the words I gave it to you. The meanings I told you. You can read the poem again and write your own summary. According to me, I will speak my summary. The poem The Spider and the Fly is written by Mary Howitt. In the first and second stanza, the cunning spider is requesting the fly to come in the little parlor or in the den of him by acting friendly to the fly. The spider flattered the fly a lot and also said that he said that gauzy wings of fly are very handsome. His eyes are very brilliant. The spider also said that fly's robes are green and purple. There's a crest upon fly's head. His eyes are like diamond bright. Hearing spider's flattery word, the fly agreed to come in. The cunning spider jumped on fly and eat him. The poet want to give us a lesson that never get seduced by the flattery words of any person. Thank you. Please like, subscribe and share the video.